Have you ever heard of an area called the Black Beverly Hills? Probably not. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about the Black Beverly Hills, where it's located, why I loved living there, and why I think you would love living there too. And we're going to get into it right now. Hey everybody, Dietric Williams, realtor with Compass in Baldwin Hills, California. Welcome back to another edition of Info on the Go, the show where I give tips, tricks, and insight on how to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in Southern California. If that's something that you're interested in, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you are notified when I deliver future content to YouTube. Now, View Park is an unincorporated area in South Los Angeles. It's bordered by Baldwin Hills to the north, Leimert Park to the east, and Windsor Hills to the west and the south. And it is one of the wealthiest, primarily African-American communities in the country. It was founded in the 1920s during a time when redlining and mortgage discrimination in the housing industry and federal policy blocked opportunities for home ownership for African Americans, unless you were a servant. It consisted of white residents and remained that way until the landmark Supreme Court ruling that declared racial covenant restrictions unconstitutional. A few years later, the white residents began to move out and upwardly mobile affluent African Americans began to flock into the community. By the 1960s, the area developed into a upper middle class neighborhood for blacks and is now listed in the National Register of Historic Places. In fact, due to the area sitting in an unincorporated part of Los Angeles County, residents can take advantage of what's called the Mills Act. Now, the Mills Act is a 1972 state law that provides tax incentives to preserve historic homes and property. Now, this area, affectionately known as the Black Beverly Hills, contains about 1,800 homes, ranging in superb architectural styles including Spanish Colonial, Mediterranean Revival, French Normandy Revival, and mid-century modern. Now, the terrain consists of rolling hills and wonderful views of the city, mountains, and depending on what side of View Park you are located at, the ocean. View Park has attracted the likes of many doctors, attorneys, judges, and celebrities. There are over a dozen active block clubs and a neighborhood association, which are extremely protective about their community. Now, this hidden oasis had been a well-kept secret for decades, up until about June of 2012, when President Barack Obama visited a breakfast campaign fundraiser at the home of resident and developer Charles Quarles. This brought massive attention to the community as news trucks, celebrities, supporters all flocked into the neighborhood, many of whom were coming from the west side of Los Angeles. They quickly noted the hilltops lined with custom homes, sprawling lots with maids' quarters, pools, and million-dollar views. This led to many inquiries about home prices in the neighborhood. Because they were coming from the west side, many discovered that they could get larger lots, larger homes with better views and be centrally located at a fraction of what it cost them in Culver City and Santa Monica. Coincidentally, LA Metro began pre-construction of the LAX Crenshaw line in July of 2012. The Metro Crenshaw LAX line project is an 8.5-mile light rail that will start at the Expo Crenshaw station, run past Florence and Prairie for easy access to the Forum and SoFi Stadium, and then go out to the airport. These developments have made View Park a preferred neighborhood for many, and it's consistently why this area is listed as one of the hottest neighborhoods in Los Angeles. But if you plan on driving, just know that this area is not conveniently located near any major freeways. It's about 10 minutes south of the 10, 12 to 15 minutes west of the 110, 10 to 12 minutes north of the 105, and 7 to 10 minutes east of the 405. Now, housing prices range from the low to mid 600s for a condo, which is very rare for that area, to over $1 million for a 4,300 square foot 5-bedroom mansion. But the median sales price sits at about $1.13 million. There is so much demand and so little inventory that when listings do hit the market in View Park, they tend to cause overbiddings and they don't stay on the market long. The average days on market was about 10 days. Now, I mentioned the area being affluent. The median household income is about $93,000. For a married family, that shoots up to $156,000. And the population hovers somewhere around 12,000 people, with most of them having college or graduate degrees. Now, when I first learned about View Park, I was working in the entertainment industry. And one of the things that I really liked about it was the tight community feel. The neighbors look out for one another, and they're extremely sensitive about preserving the rich heritage of the neighborhood. Now, one of my former colleagues when I was in the entertainment industry plugged me to a restaurant called Simply Wholesome. They sell vegan and vegetarian, a whole bunch of healthy food options. They serve Jamaican patties, but one thing that they serve that I really love is the Caribbean hot wings. These wings are to die for. The meat practically falls off the bone, and the sauce is just the right kick of spice and sweetness. If you visit Simply Wholesome on Overhill and Slauson, you have absolutely got to try these wings. Now, you've probably seen television shows or movies that have shot scenes in View Park. Didn't even know it. One of the most notable is a scene from the movie Ray, and that's because Ray Charles actually owned a mansion on South Ridge Ave, and they used that house to shoot some of the scenes in the movie. Other notable celebrities, just a few who have lived in View Park, include Ike and Tina Turner, who owned a home on Olympiad Drive, and the Beach Boys owned a home on Fairway Boulevard. And speaking of scenes, I'm gonna make one right now. Please hit that like button. Like seriously, hit the like button. It just lets YouTube know that you are enjoying this content, and hopefully it continues to push it out to other people who will see and enjoy the content. So thank you for hitting that like button. Now, View Park is a residential neighborhood. You are not going to find a lot of amenities within the community itself, but you can go just outside of the community and you'll find tons of things to do, from food to shopping to parks, you name it. If you need to go shopping, the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall is literally less than 2 minutes away. If you love soul food, there's Doolin's on Crenshaw. Another one of my favorite places to eat is Earl's on Crenshaw. They sell the best dogs there. You gotta try it. If you're a reader, there's Dawa Bookshop, which has a ton of Afrocentric books. Don't feel like going to that coffee shop that started in Seattle? Well, you can go to Hilltop Coffee and Kitchen, which is right on Slauson Avenue, across the street from Simply Wholesome. If you're looking for a church, Park Hill Community Church is located right there on Northridge Boulevard, just off of Overhill and Northridge. Or many residents actually go to West Angeles Church of God in Christ, which is about 7 minutes north on Crenshaw Boulevard. And if you or somebody that you know is into dance, the Debbie Allen Dance Academy is located right next to the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. If you're looking for a place to send your kids to school, the Windsor Math Science Aerospace Magnet is located right in the community, or you can go to 54th Street Elementary School. However, what I've come to know is that many of the residents send their kids to Cowan Avenue Elementary School, which is actually located in Westchester. There's also Audubon Middle School, Crenshaw High School, and View Park Preparatory High School. If you're a recreationist, you definitely want to go to the Stocker Corridor Trail, which connects to Kenneth Hahn State Park. There's also Reuben Ingold Park, which is on Mount Vernon. Make sure you get that right. It's not Vernon, it's Mount Vernon. It sits on Mount Vernon and overlooks the Stocker Trail. Now, this park has a running walking track, exercise equipment, and it's a place where the residents go to not only exercise, but to congregate and socialize. If you really want to get a workout, make sure you hit up Valley Ridge. Now, this is a steep uphill climb, and you'll find many of the residents and some people who don't even live there hiking up and down this hill as a way to get their exercise on. It's brutal, I'm not gonna lie. When I lived there, I would run up Valley Ridge, down Mount Vernon, and back to my house. And by the time I got home, my legs were burned. Now, right across the street from the Stocker Trails is Norman Houston Park. This is a pocket park that has basketball courts, a kid's playground, picnic areas, and it's got some of the best views that you're ever going to see of the city. Now, as far as entertainment goes, there's a Cinemark theater right next to the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. Now, I know the theaters aren't open right now, but just know that when everything does open back up, there's a theater right next to the mall. There's a lot of restaurants that are over there too. There's a Kick and Crab, there's a Post and Beam. There's a ton of amenities that are around there, you name it. But as far as entertainment goes, you can also go to SoFi Stadium to catch the Rams play, or to the Forum to catch a concert. Both of those are located in Inglewood, but it's probably about a 10 to 15 minute drive, depending on traffic, south of View Park. And then there's downtown Culver City. You can catch more about that one in this video right up at the top. So there you have it, folks. The hidden secret that's no longer secret in the area of View Park. It is a great place to live. I love living there, and had I not had some things change up, I probably never would have left the area. But if you're looking for some place that's centrally located to downtown, Culver City, Santa Monica, you name it, that has all types of amenities but still feels like a close-knit neighborhood, you definitely want to check out View Park. Now, there's another hidden secret in an area called Baldwin Vista, and you can catch more in that video that I did right here.